Hello students, in this video lecture we are going to learn a new basic concept of an Income Tax Act 1961. So in the last lecture I am already given you the illustration problem. So here it is an answers. First, Mumbai University. Mumbai University comes under the artificial judicial person. Artificial judicial person, it means a public authorities and a special legislative act and the judicial body. So here Mumbai University comes under the artificial judicial person. Next, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Life Insurance Corporation of India has come under the type of associate as a company. Set Publications Private Limited. Here is also comes under a companies. Private Limited, it means comes under the company. Next, Court View Cooperative Housing Society. Cooperative Housing Society, it comes under the association of person or body of individuals. The next, a joint Hindu family of Dr. Yogesh, Dr. Mrs. Sarla and their minor daughter Miss Swapnali. So here the joint Hindu family business or the Hindu undivided family. So comes under the Hindu undivided family. Next one is the Mr. Ramesh. Mr. Ramesh, an IAS officer, IAS officer. So Mr. Ramesh is an individual. It is a human being or the natural person. So comes under the individual. Next, Mumbai University and the College Teachers Association. If I said the Mumbai University, it means the artificial judicial person, but and College Teacher Associations. So comes under the association of persons. The next one is the Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation. Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation comes under the local authority. It is in the semi-government organization. So here comes under the local authority. Next, Messrs. Ram and Sham, a partnership of two chartered accountants. So partnership firms, two partners are there, Ram and Sham. So comes under the firm. Next, Master Gaurav, minor son of Mr. Ravi Raj. Here, Master Gaurav, minor son of Mr. Ravi Raj. So here, Mr. Ravi Raj is considered as an individual. Next, Mr. Satish, a lunatic. Here also comes under a lunatic. Mr. Satish or Mr. Ravi Raj. Here comes under an individual person. So he comes under an individual type of assessee. So this is the problems. Hope आपने solve करके रखा था. So here it is in the answers. So today we have to start the new topic, that is resident status of Income Tax Act 1961. Section 6, Resident Status. In that, Section 6 of the Income Tax Act 1961 talks about the residential status. Residential status of a person means that whether the particular person is entitled to pay the income tax in India or not. So the residential status of a person plays a vital role in the purpose of the levy of income tax, because the income tax department takes the tax based on his residential status of the person. If the person is a citizen of India, but at the end of the day he can be a non-resident for a financial year. So this can be also vice versa. But while the residential status of the individual, company or the firm is determined in a different way. So each one has a different time period for the determination of resident in India. So here these are the importance, that is the person of the total income of an assessee can't be determined without knowing the residential status. The residential status shall be determined for every person for each previous year independently. So he must fulfill the basic condition, and person or the assessee fulfill the basic conditions. So he considered as the resident of India for this particular year. These are the some silent features, that is a person can have different residential status in different years, and person have the different residential status in the different counters. So once the residential status decided, so shall continue to apply during the previous year under this consideration. A person can have the different residential status in different year. It have its suppose a 2020-21 stay in India for suppose the 120 days in an or the preceding previous year like 120 days or 140 days or the 160 days. So a person can have the different residential status in different years and different counters. So once the residential status decided, so shall continue to apply during the previous year under the consideration of Income Tax Act 1961. Okay, so first we know the residential status. In a resident status, first we see a person should be a resident. A person shall be a resident in a previous year. If he satisfied the condition that a person should be a resident in India, so then we check if the person is resident in India, whether it is an ordinary resident or not ordinary resident. If कोई भी इसमें से कंडीशन फॉलो नहीं किया जाएगा तो उस पर्सन को क्या बोला जाएगा? नॉन रेसिडेंट. NRI जिसको बोला जाता है. फर्स्ट वी चेक द पर्सन शुड बी अ रेसिडेंट. He follow some basic conditions. If he fulfill all the basic condition, then a person considered as a resident. If he fulfill all the condition and satisfied all the basic necessities which to be considered in a residential status, so then another step is check whether it is an ordinary resident or non-ordinary resident. If any one of the condition is not followed by the assessee, so the person should be considered as the non-resident in India. Residential status. Here the residential, there's some basic condition. So there's a first condition, it means stay in India in the previous year for the period or more. Means if a person stay in India in the previous year, at least the days 182 days or the more. Suppose a person fulfill the first basic condition that is the stay in India in the previous year 182 days or more. So this person or the assessee is called the resident of India. So he follow this condition, that is in a previous year the stay period that is 182 days or more. But suppose a person fail the first basic condition, it means he has not fulfilled the 182 days or more. So the second condition is there, that is second condition is stay in India for the period of 60 days or more during the previous year. It means previous year may in that stay of the India period is 60 days or more, but along with 365 days or more during the 4 years immediately preceding the previous year. In that previous year, his stay 60 days. And then preceding previous year, the days are 365 days or more during the 4 years. So the person fulfill the second condition, that is 60 days along with the 365 days during the 4 preceding previous year. So the person is called as the resident in India. Fine. Any one of the condition that the period of 182 days or more during the previous year, and suppose you fail the first basic condition. So the second condition, that is stay in India for the period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during the 4 years immediately preceding the previous year. Here the 60 days previous year, it means the previous year 2020-21. And the preceding previous year 4, that is 2019-20, 18-19, 17-18 and 16-17. So the assessee fulfill the basic condition, either first condition or the second condition. If he fulfill the basic condition, then a person called as the resident in India. Otherwise is called the non-resident in India. So here, if any one of the basic conditions are satisfied, the person is treated as the resident in India during this previous year. Otherwise is called as the non-resident in India. So he fulfills these type of the basic condition. Additional condition. If a person resident in India, so check there is an ordinary resident and non-ordinary resident. So additional condition is has been a resident in India in at least 2 out of 10 years immediately previous year. It means he must be resident in India at least 2 out of 10 immediately previous year, along with his stay in India for at least 730 days in 7 immediately preceding years. It means he must be resident of India at least 2 out of 10 immediately previous year, along with his stay in India for at least 730 days in 7 immediately preceding year. So a person fulfill this additional condition. So a person or the assessee called as a person is the resident and ordinary resident. But suppose he fails this additional condition, that he does not fulfill the 2 out of 10 years or the 730 days in the 7 immediately preceding years. So a person called as the person is not ordinary resident. Clear? In that only fulfill the condition that is first or not second. Then also it's not to be considered as the ordinary residents. So if a resident satisfied both the additional conditions, then he is the resident, otherwise not ordinary resident. If a person fulfill these two type of the additional condition, then a person called as the resident and ordinary resident. Otherwise, it is called as the non-ordinary resident. So he must be fulfill this additional condition. It means he must be a resident in India at least 2, but out of 10 immediately previous year, along with the stay in India at least 730 days in 7 immediately preceding years. So a resident satisfied both the additional condition, then he is called as the ordinary resident. Otherwise, he has not fulfilled the additional condition, so it's called as the non-ordinary resident. So let us clear this illustration. A person residential status. Here the problem is Mr. Ricky Ponting, an Australian cricketer, comes to India for 101 days every year. So find out his residential status for the assessment year 2021-22. It means here the problem is the person called the Ricky Ponting, an Australian cricketer. He comes to India for 101 days every year. And find out his the residential status for the assessment year 2021-22. So here the previous year, it means 2020-21. So he must be stay in India at least 182 days, but his days is 101 days. So he not fulfill the first basic condition. That means he stay in India for more than 182 days or more. He is less than 182 days, that is 101 days. So he fails the first basic condition. But we have the another basic condition, that is 60 days or the 365 days in the 4 immediately preceding year. So the solution in that previous year, that is 2020-21, 101 days. He stayed in India more than 60 days in the previous year. So his stay is 101 days, along with, so previous year 2019-20, same 101 days. Previous year 18-19, 101 days. Previous year 2017-18, 101 days. And the previous year 2016-17, 101 days. So in the previous year, so the year is 2020-21. He has stayed in India for more than 60 days, along with the immediately preceding previous year, that is 2019-20, 18-19, 17-18 and 16 and 17. His stay of the days more than 365 days. So total 101 days in previous year and 404 days in 4 years immediately preceding previous year. His stay in India more than 60 days and 365 days more in 4 immediately previous years. So hence, therefore, Ricky Ponting is resident in India. Cleared? So here in today's lecture, we have to learn some basic concept of an residential status and some basic conditions which we have followed by the assessee, so to determine his residential status. So students, please note down all the important points of the recidental status and do self more and more practice. So the concept of the recidental status will be get more cleared. In the next lecture, we will meet and solve some more problems of the recidental status. Till that, take care of yourself. Goodbye.